Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Penny Picture Farm. As we're creating a new paddock here for these ladies and gentlemen today. We see the farm manager down there. We're doing what he refers to as strip grazing. And we're just moving this fence up the hill just a little bit, giving another new strip that they've not been into. And you can tell here at the old strip that we've had in here, the old paddock has been knocked down a little bit. And so we're getting into a little larger area right here that is grown up. And the fence is hot, but he's still moving it, and hopefully he don't get into it or we'll hear him squall, because that fence is hot.
You can tell how much grass is in your pastures when you walk through it after a rain and you're absolutely soaked. Look at that.
Yes. Very, very true.
But all we're doing, guys, we are strip grazing. And all we're doing is just moving these posts back. The first thing we done was moved the reel, which is on the main fence, moved it back, and then we're just going post by post. We're just taking it back into the new paddock, just enough to make the fence tight on both sides, and we're gonna put it in the ground. And then you just go down to the next fence post. Keep it going, Junior. It ain't even tight. You gotta keep it tight till you're right. Keep it tight on the right hand side, guys, going towards your reel. That way, because you're tightening up as you go to the left. As you're going away from the reel, you're tightening it up. So you want to make sure everything's tight behind you going back to the reel, and you'll be okay. But guys, the reason we was doing this is try to see what kind of trample we can get by, instead of just giving the cows a whole new paddock, giving them just a strip of grass at a time. And you can see, guys, it's working. Right here, you can see the strip right here. This is the new strip we're giving them just by moving these fence posts back. And you see where the cows are. They're getting into this new stuff because this old stuff is trampled on, fouled, peed, pooped on. It's what they've been on for the last 4 or 5 days. So they're wanting this new stuff. And this is what's getting you the extra trample, guys, is they're concentrating, as opposed to being concentrated on a 2-acre or 3-acre paddock, they're on a 20-foot wide spot. And you get all this travel going backwards and forwards. It's really making them act in a mob manner. Like this is intended to be, guys. When you're mob grazing, you're taking a big number of animals and putting them on a small acreage, and that's where you get the term mob grazing. And the trick to that is you don't mob graze the same small area for a month in a row. You get them off of it. So tomorrow we're gonna come and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna move this fence postage back another 20 foot. And we're going to do that probably up there till we get to the top of this hillside. Because, guys, it's really, this is the first time this year we've seen an impact as far as being able to trample grass on the ground. Just look here, guys. And some people may look at this and say, man, you've just wasted a lot of grass. No, absolutely not. The biggest majority of this grass is still intact. It's just laid over. And what did get trampled down and killed or broken off or whatever, that's what's going back to the soil to create carbon, to create fertilizer, to create more grass later on in the year and for the years to come. Oh, that tree swallow going through there catching flies. Guys, well, I think we actually have hit blackberry winter today. It's colder than gee whiz out here. It's probably 55 degrees after it was 95 this weekend. But it's amazing, guys. I mean, you can plainly see the graze line right here now. That these cows are just wanting this new grass. And it's simply because it's fresh. It don't have nothing on it. It's not had been fouled anyway. No urine, no manure, nothing like that. I'm cracking up at these tree swallows. You see, I hope you guys can see them on the camera. They're coming in like dive bombers. They're going all around me. There's several. There's 3 or 4 different ones coming through right here, coming after us. But guys, this is exactly what we was trying to achieve, some big time trampling. You could actually see the briars. You can actually see the blackberry bushes now. You can pick them out in the field. And guys, you can't do that over there. I mean, you can't, they're there, a couple of them, but you can see. I mean, it's easy to see, guys. And I keep repeating myself because I'm kind of surprised, to be honest with you, that they've trampled it this good. Because, I mean, they're wiring the new stuff out, but when they go back for shade and whatnot, they're going back to these trees, so they're just doing a double and triple trample on all this stuff. But guys, this is a pretty good little deal, and a lot of people utilize this technique in the fall time of the year. They'll like cut their hay early on in the summer, and in the fall they'll save that hay ground. They won't cut it a second cutting or a third cutting. They'll save it and let it grow up all summer and turn their cows in on it late fall, early winter, and do exactly this right here, strip graze it. And just it extends their grazing season is essentially what it does. We ain't necessarily trying to accomplish that right now. We're just trying to get some trample on the ground, guys. When we come back in next month about this time to this particular paddock, I mean, it'll be growed right back up like that over there. Everything that's not broken off will stand back up, and all the rest of the new stuff, the new growth will be coming up, and it'll be totally different. But we've got some good. This just shows you what kind of animal impact you got.
We got some birds flying today.
Yeah, there's tree swallows going around everywhere, son. They've been 2 or 3 about took my head off. What do we need down there, Junior? A couple extra posts?
I think just need to move a little bit.
Kind of we've never done this really. This is the first time that we've actually strategically done strip grazing on purpose. But a tip that I'm seeing, if you do strip grazing, always keep a few extra step ins with you, because obviously the farther you go, the bigger your paddock's going to be, and the looser your wire is going to be. So you're going to need a few extra posts to put in spots to tighten up your lane, tighten up your poly braid there. But guys, I am very impressed. And I am very eager. I don't know that we'll get to see it or not, but I am very eager to see this cow's calf and her being bred to Carlson. It'll probably look a whole lot like that one right there, to be honest with you. But I'm anxious to see all his babies. And the original plan was to sell a whole lot of these cows this fall if the cattle market's still booming. But I just tell you, I don't, after getting a hold of a bull like this one right here, tell you what, a few 4 or 5 or 6 of his heifers can change the look of your herd real quick. And I'm starting to backtrack, old Carlson. Making sure we all know you're the bull, huh? He's a good looking outfit. And here you go, guys. Here's you a prime example. That calf right there, he's got something going on. He's got snot. He's got a little cough going on. His ears is drooped. You see that, guys? That right there is one we're going to have to get up and doctor. I don't know if it's allergies. I hope if a cow gets allergies, I hope it's allergies. Nothing serious. We actually got one up the other day, Dad did, and give it a shot of LA300, and we may have to get that one up again to do the same thing, because it's easy to see that little buddy right there don't feel too hot. He's got a little something going on, so we'll tend to him and try to get him back on his wheels. Look at these birds, guys. They're going nuts. These cows has got into this new tall grass, and it's got these bugs stirred up is what it is, guys. These bugs is flying off this tall grass, and these birds, these tree swallows, is going to town on them things. Unreal. Ain't nothing like it, guys. I mean, look at this right here. I am soaked all the way up to my belt buckle. That's a good thing though, guys. I'd hate to be walking through my pasture field right now that my cows is in and not be getting my ankles wet. It's just a sign of good grazing management and good grass. What do you think about it, girl? You're getting awful. What do you think? I'm taking, sweetheart. I'm sorry. Tell you what, if I could get them all to look like that right there, we'd have something. Guys, we're gonna jump off here. This is Penny Pincher Farm coming to you today with a little strip grazing paddock move. Not really a paddock move, but just a new bite of new grass. Juniors are hollering at me, guys. Y'all have a good week. Happy Monday evening. Let the grass grow and give God the glory.